Peter and Gary, in their 40s, are work colleagues at a local insurance company. Gary has arrived late today. He appears angry. Peter cheerfully looks up from his desk to greet him.
Oh, well, good afternoon to you. Where have you been? Paul's been expecting you since 9 this morning. Management was hoping to talk to you about the list of insurance claims for last month, but as you weren't here, I obliged. You can thank me later. A chocolate donut with fresh cream would be nice with my next coffee.
I have fucking mud on my shoes.
Oh, right. How did that happen?
This is all your fault. I had to walk from my house to the train station and then walk to the office in the rain.
I have no idea what you're going on about, and that mud has nothing to do with me. I've never played with mud or had mud on my work shoes before, but once I had this interview and the location was on this farm.
Stop making this about you, Peter. I'm not interested. I'm the one who's having a fucking bad day, not you.
I hadn't realized that mud could make you so angry.
You were supposed to pick me up this morning, remember?
Really? I don't think so.
Yes, really. You and I were both conscious when we had that fucking conversation last week about you picking me up Tuesday morning because I wouldn't have the car and the train station is a good few miles away from my house. Guess what, Peter? Today is fucking Tuesday.
No! You said I should pick you up Thursday morning. I even made a mental note of that before ordering my coffee and strawberry donut on the way home.
Oh, so that fucking strawberry donut was more important than remembering what I said to you. The one time I asked for your help, and this is how you fucking treat me.
But Gary, I watched your lips. You said Thursday, not Tuesday. You obviously mixed up your days, and now you're taking it out on me. My mother's always said I'm a very good listener, and she stressed to me not to swear in public, as there are much better words than the F word.
Fucking hell! I said Tuesday morning outside my house at 8:15. I should have stuck with my gut feeling about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
I gave you the benefit of the doubt because we were work colleagues.
Oh, now wait a minute. I gave you the benefit of the doubt 6 months ago. Never liked your vulgar language, but I know I'm a nice guy. So that's why I agreed to give you a ride to work, given your circumstances.
What a fucking privilege it has been so far.
How rude. But, I do feel sorry for you.
Do you know where you can stick your fucking pity?
My mother said, if people keep talking about the past, they're not moving forward. So let's move forward, Gary. It's for the best. So tell me, why didn't you message me when I hadn't turned up?
I did. I sent a text message and then I called you.
But I didn't receive a message from you, and I didn't receive a call from you either.
Check your phone, fucking wise ass. I definitely sent you a message and I called you at 8:30.
There's a missed call. That's odd. It didn't pop up on my phone until now. Oh, and a voice message from you. Asking, where are you? So sorry, but my phone was on silent.
Why?
My mother called me twice this morning about taking her to the garden center at the weekend. She wants me to buy more orchids. I said I'd think about it, and then I ended the call as I was getting ready for work. Then 20 seconds later, she called me again, so I put my phone on silent. Sorry. I feel bad now.
Of course. It's best to blame your mother and her orchids.
Oh, by the way, Paul's just emailed me asking that I send you over to him the moment you're here. He's just finished his conference call with the broker, so he's eager to speak to you. Do you want me to let him know that you've just arrived?
No, thank you. You've done enough damage already. I will speak to Paul.
Do you want another cup of coffee? Might help you calm down.
I could use a stiff drink right now.
Can't really help you with that, but how about a compromise from one colleague to another?
Don't waste your fucking breath.
How about I give you a ride home today?
No, I'll manage.
What if it rains?
If it rains again, I'll use my umbrella.
Okay. So just to be clear with you, does that mean you don't want to ride on Thursday because I'm still happy to pick you up on Thursday at 8:15? The offer is still open as I'd already agreed to it.
I'll have the car by then.
But I owe you a ride, so I really don't mind. I'm just being the bigger person here.
Bigger person? Are you fucking kidding me?
Just trying to be helpful.
Peter, I have a mortgage. I have a son who's in college, and my daughter wants to go traveling next year. I really love my wife and kids, so I would never make a rash, life-changing decision without discussing it with them. But right now, I am this close to grabbing you by the scruff of your neck and throwing you out that window.
Gary, that is so mean. My mother totally disagrees with defenestration. If I were to tell her you said that to me, she would be horrified.
What the fuck?
Why are you complicating things when it's just a simple question?
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Don't you think that's a bit petty?
Let's fucking move on and focus on work.
So, just because you're angry about something I didn't do, you're boycotting my offer of a ride to work on Thursday? Is this your way of making me feel guilty?
I have a meeting to prepare for. I need some peace and quiet.
You're deliberately distancing yourself from me now, aren't you?
Where's Jill? Did she call in sick today?
You said Thursday!
If she's called in sick, who's covering her workload?
If I'd known it was Tuesday, I would have been at your place by 8:14 because I always like to be punctual.
For the love of God, will you please shut the fuck up?
No. I have to make it up to you. I'm going to buy you a new pair of shoes because I'm a nice, caring guy, and my mother's always said to me that work colleagues are like work family.
Oh? And what about my pants, then? I've got mud on them, too. Are you going to buy me a new pair of pants as well?
Well, your pants look expensive.
So what?
I have an idea. Let's swap pants.
What?
I'd be happy to wear your muddy pants home so that you could wear my pristine ones instead. I think we're the same size.
Oh, fuck. Paul! Didn't see you there. I just got here. I'll be right in. Just a sec.
Hey, Paul. I'm just taking my pants off for Gary. Long story, but nothing to worry about.
Well done, guys. Well done, well done, well done.
Afternoon, seedy part of the city. There's a bus stop, bench, and a trash bin downstage. Upstage, there's a sign, St. Luke's Church, with writing underneath. A couple of beats, then sounds of the city are heard. Sirens, car horns honking, etc. Sally, frumpy, enters carrying a shopping bag containing all her worldly possessions. She hums an old Broadway tune. She looks on the ground bench, starts rummaging through the trash bin. She finds something to use, to turn in, or for much needed money.
Lovely. A shame that people don't know trash from treasure. My darling, I can put you to good use.
Margaret, St. Luke's church priest, exits a building labeled St. Luke's, the physician. She carries a broom and begins sweeping the sidewalk area. She notices Sally.
Hey, Sally. Everything all right, I hope? Haven't seen you for a couple days.
Hello, Margaret. I've been around, here, there.
No. Since the fire, we've been really worried about you. Have you eaten today? Have you had
Had a big lunch. Yeah.
Have you
Had
had
lunch at the Mission, ham, potato salad.
She picks out a soda can and puts it in her bag.
Now, why do people throw these out? They can be recycled and earn you a few bucks while doing it.
I guess people forget or are too busy to think of that.
My father always made us kids save every single can and bottle, and we'd take them to the store. That's how we bought things we needed. He used to tell us, finders are keepers. More treasures here for me.
Sally, you know the church can find a place for you, right?
I appreciate that, Margaret, but don't worry about me. I'm good.
I'm always available to talk or help or...
Yes, and you do love to talk, Margaret.
I guess you're right. Remember what I said. I mean, we're here to help you when you need...
I don't need anything.
Okay. Well, everyone can use a helping hand once in a while, even the best of us. Remember, no man or woman is an island.
Okay, I will do that, Margaret. Thanks. Bye for now.
Sally exits. Margaret continues sweeping and picking up pieces of trash and empties it into the trash bin. On the opposite side of the stage, Julie enters, carrying a few library books, and sets them on the bench. She pulls out a pack of cigarettes and lighter and is about to light up when she observes Margaret.
Hey, Margaret, what are you doing? Trying to clean the never-ending dirt off our city sidewalks?
Hello there. Yeah, I sweep up the dirt. It comes back. At least it's clean for a while. Hey, I thought you quit those things. They're going to kill you, my friend.
Ah, Margaret, if it's not one thing...
It's another. We missed you at service Sunday. Again.
I was working, believe it or not, this time. Not to change the subject. What's the news on finding that boy's family?
There's a cousin in Florida. And if they don't come for him, it'll be the orphanage, I'm sorry to say. That whole family. Would have been him too if he hadn't been at a friend's that night. They ever find out who or how the fire started?
Could have been anything or anyone. One of the oldest buildings around here. Detectives hadn't been upgraded in years, Fire Marshal said. He's still collecting money for the boy?
He reaches into a pocket and pulls out a few dollar bills and gives them to Margaret. Margaret puts the envelope from her pocket and puts the money inside, then puts the envelope back into her pocket.
Thanks. I'll be going to the bank later. Hey, we did pretty good considering some of our parishioners have lost their jobs. You have to work a double shift today?
Nope. I got lunch break in exactly 11 minutes. Are you eating yet?
Wish I could, my friend. I have to meet with an engaged couple and then complete my report for the vestry meeting. Rain check?
Rain check it is.
Stay safe, Julie.
Hey, it's my job.
Margaret exits. Julie hangs by the bench, looks at her watch, and is about to light her cigarette when Sally enters.
Hi, Julie. You have something for me today? Oh, these books for me, Julie?
As usual, Sally. Return them to the library for me, please. Here's a couple of books.
He hands Sally the books and starts to hand her a $5 bill.
Here. It's a couple of bucks, too. Hey, you ever read any of these?
I used to read a lot, but my eyes are tired these days and not so good. I just look at the pictures.
These ones have lots of words, I'm afraid. So, any of your friends know anything about the fire last week? Maybe fell asleep near the building and accidentally...
No, Julie, not one of my friends. I swear, Julie.
Okay. If you hear anything, you'll let me know right away.
I will, Julie, I promise.
She grabs the $5 out of Julie's hand.
You can count on me, Julie.
I know, Sally. We all trust you.
You got anything more for me, Julie?
That's it for today, Sally. You be careful at night. Stay safe. Okie dokie?
I take good care of myself. Believe me, I'm good, Julie.
You do know St. Luke's Church here can find a spot for you. You can get cleaned up. Have a good hot meal. Find you some light part-time work.
I'm all right, Julie. And I don't do organized religion. You know, free agent, that's me.
No. Just in case you change your mind and need something. Anything. Margaret's great. You listening to me, Sally?
I hear you. I better go now. Bye-bye, Julie. Gonna have more books tomorrow?
I'll try, Sally. I'll see you tomorrow.
Sally exits. Julie sighs while exiting. Later that day, a couple of beats of traffic noise, and Sally enters with her shopping bag, humming her old tune. Something on the ground catches her eye as Margaret enters, carrying an envelope with money that she places into a pocket. She strolls past Sally without noticing her. A beat. There's the sound of sirens and gunfire. Margaret looks around, walks faster, and unbeknownst to her, the envelope with money falls out of her pocket as she exits. Sally sees the envelope land on the sidewalk. There are offstage screams and more gunfire, then silence. Sally slowly and carefully walks over and picks up the envelope. She looks around to make sure the coast is clear, then opens the envelope. She gasps. Sally looks around again. She flings the envelope into her shopping bag.
Thank God.
Footsteps are heard. Sally slips out of sight. Margaret and Julie enter. Margaret looks around for the envelope. Sally can hear Margaret and Julie's conversation, but they are unaware of Sally's presence.
It had to have been around here, by the bus stop. And now it's gone.
I'm so sorry, Margaret. I hate being right, but
Oh, all the money the children and their families contributed.
believe me, that's the last you'll see it. The person who found it will keep it.
I had it right here in my pocket, and now,
Ah, shame. The money for that poor boy.
yes, the fire, and now this. The person who found it may return it. It has the church logo and address written on it.
Really, Margaret? Don't count on it. There's nothing to take fingerprints from.
Finders keepers, that's what you're saying, right? Well, if that's the case, I pray whoever has it puts it to good use. I'll have to tell the parishioners. This used to be a good, safe neighborhood. Everyone looked out for each other. Now, sirens are going off a dozen times a day.
That's on a slow day.
We rode our bikes down these streets from dawn till dusk. Our parents never worried. Remember, Julie?
Ah, those days are long gone, my friend. And by the way, you see Sally walk by?
No. Wait, you're not thinking Sally.
I'm just saying.
Well, don't even think that. Sally's good people. Always so suspicious, aren't you?
I'm being realistic. Times are real hard these days.
True. But there's still good people around here. I believe that.
All right, Margaret, live the dream. It's your line of work to believe in good. Mine's the opposite. I see suspects everywhere. Huh. What a day. I need a drink. You still have the brandy I gave you last Christmas, I bet.
You're off duty?
Close enough. Come on.
They exit to St. Luke's. A beat. Sally holds her bag protectively and swallows hard. She begins to walk towards the church building. She takes the envelope out of her bag. She looks up at the building and slowly reads.
St. Luke the physician. Healing begins today.
Straightening her posture, Sally enters the building. Thank you, cast. You're awesome.
That was good.
Setting, outside and inside an elevator in an apartment building. Doug enters in a business suit, carrying a shoulder bag and pulling a wheeled suitcase. He presses the down button. Elevator arrives. Doug enters, presses lobby. Nothing happens. Doug repeatedly presses closed door. No response. He checks the door, then hits emergency call. Emergency services, how can I help you?
By sending a technician.
What's the problem?
Oh, the stupid door won't close.
I see. I have you at one.
We both know the address. Just send someone.
They'll be there shortly.
Make that within 10 minutes. I'm trapped on the 5th floor and in a hurry.
Could you use the stairs?
I have luggage.
Then please wait patiently.
Don't tell me how to behave.
Sorry, sir. Is there anything else?
Just do your one job. Goodbye.
Doug ends the call. Kim approaches, hobbling on crutches.
Hold the door, hold the door.
Doug presses closed door, muttering under his breath.
Come on.
Kim enters the elevator.
Thanks, Doug.
Morning.
Man, I feel so guilty.
For what?
Misjudging you. I thought you'd shut the door in my face.
Ah.
After all my snarky zingers, you have every right to ghost me.
True.
But you held the door. Your instinctive courtesy puts me to shame.
How does remorse taste?
Bitter.
We'll sweeten it by making amends.
What do you suggest?
At future committee meetings, show me due respect.
Okay, I apologize.
For?
Being rude.
And?
Immature.
Good. The penitence is mightier than the sordidness.
I need to go outside and puke in the gutter.
Kim.
Your moralizing isn't what's turning my stomach. It's my sudden burst of morality.
Oh, you'll get used to it.
I hope not. Press close.
You try.
Huh?
Go on.
Kim presses closed door several times.
You sneaky bastard, I take back everything I said.
Too late. Your humiliation is embedded in my mind.
Don't you have to get to the airport?
Help's on its way.
Lockdown.
I have this.
It's got wheels and a handle. You don't have to carry it in your arms.
Dragging it from step to step is awkward, dangerous, and undignified.
Sounds like you've done it before.
Once, when the escalator in a deep subway station was out of order. Horrible experience.
You clearly survived.
I swore I'd never go through that again.
You're such a wimp.
I'm not reckless like some people.
My ankle was a freak accident.
I heard you jumped off a building.
And landed bad.
No, falling off a building is an accident. Jumping off qualifies as a death wish.
It's called parkour.
I'm surprised you're not leaping down the stairwell on your crutches.
Man, that'd be so cool.
What's stopping you?
Medical advice. I need to be super careful or my insurance won't pay out.
So, I'm saddled with your company.
It's worse for me. I'm stuck with you.
Oh, you're a far bigger pain.
You poor fragile flower.
Excuse me?
Can't even walk down 5 flights with 2 good legs.
Wrong. Whenever the fire alarm sounds, I'm usually the first one out onto the street.
Is that self-preservation or cowardice?
It's setting an example. Some tenants don't take evacuating seriously.
Can you blame them? I counted 3 false alarms last week.
Those should have stopped now.
Oh?
Well, I asked the company to recalibrate the system.
Making it less sensitive?
Slightly.
Sounds risky. What if there really is a fire?
Oh, we had to adapt, or people will start disabling their smoke detectors.
Like they haven't already.
If you're aware of any illegal activity, Kim, it's your duty to report it.
When the alarm goes off in the middle of the night, aren't you tempted to smash something?
Never. There's no excuse for tampering with safety equipment.
Isn't that what you've done? Recalibrating.
Unnecessary call-outs cost money. We're still code compliant.
Chill out, dude. I'm just messing with you.
Have you touched the device in your apartment?
Of course not. I love evacuations. Seeing everyone use the stairs, get some exercise.
Kim?
I hope the habit becomes ingrained.
It was you, wasn't it?
Huh?
You triggered the alarm every time.
No, I didn't.
You just revealed your motive.
Bull.
You're a subversive radical. A stunt like this has your fingerprints all over it.
Trust me, Doug, if I ever pull a stunt, I'll specifically target you.
Threats now? I look forward to informing the committee.
Hey!
We'll evict you from the building.
That's not fair.
Expect a bill for the call-outs and the prosecution.
Hello again. Here's an update. The maintenance van is nearby, but currently stuck in traffic.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Kim secretly pulls out a vape pen and takes a puff. Please hang tight.
I will not hang tight, nor will I hang loose.
Thank you, sir. Your frustration is important to us. Kim blows paper at the door frame, then hides the pen.
I'll be hanged if you do any hanging except hanging up on you.
Wait, Doug, look.
Oh my God.
What's happening?
Smoke from the door mechanism.
I smell burning.
I can't hear an alarm. Has it been activated?
No, but
We recently modified the system. It might not be registering all combustion events.
In that case, exit the building immediately.
Will do.
Go ahead, Doug. I'll hobble down behind you.
Well, you'll probably break your neck.
Then carry me.
What?
I repeat, exit the building immediately.
All right, all right.
Doug takes off his bag and loops it around the suitcase handle.
Ready?
Doug opens his arms for a cradle carry.
Come on.
Not like that, firefighter style.
Kim drapes herself over Doug's shoulder.
Leave the crutches.
I'll need them, and you'll need your suitcase.
Kim hooks the strap with the crutches.
This is ridiculous.
Enjoy the full body workout. Giddy up.
Doug groans as he staggers out of the elevator with Kim over his shoulder and the suitcase in tow.
Exterior, outdoor terrace day. Stanley Bakes, male, 60, dressed in a dark tux, stands leaning against a terrace wall with one hand resting on the top of the brick wall. He looks over to Kay Banks, female, 27, dressed in a flowing white dress. She is standing looking towards the open French doors of the terrace.
There's still time to change your mind.
What?
I just said there's still time.
Yes, I heard you. Why would...
Then why did you say what? It's just like your mom. She does that too.
Does what?
She says what? No matter what I say, she always says what? Instead of answering, she says, what? And I know that she's heard me, because if I try to repeat the question, she'll answer it before I finish asking it.
Does she?
She does. And I hadn't noticed it until now, but you do it too.
What?
See?
What?
Sorry.
Sorry, I'm a little distracted.
Piece of advice from a married man: don't make it a habit. It can be very annoying.
I'll work on it.
So, what about it? There's still time.
Time for what?
To change your mind. My car is right over there. We could go over the wall.
Where to?
Home?
Dad, my home is in the other direction now. That house isn't my home anymore.
Don't ever say that. No matter what, it will always be your home.
I know, but things are different. After I walk through those doors, life changes.
How about the beach?
What about the beach?
We could go for a walk on the beach. Look for abalone shells.
We're not dressed for the beach?
I'll take off my jacket and tie and roll up my pants. Remember that shell that you found on the beach in Cayucos?
That was a long time ago.
Was it? Seems like last year.
I remember it. I was 19. It wasn't last year.
But you do remember the shell. Oh, it was perfect. You pulled it out of the surf. It was a whole shell, no breaks, and the inside was iridescent. Perfect.
I remember. That was a nice day.
I found it the other day.
Found what?
A shell. It was in the boxes of your stuff that we had packed up after you went off to college.
Why were you looking through that old stuff?
I don't know. Just thought there might be something important there, some memory stored away.
Could I have the abalone?
No.
Oh, why not?
I took it out of the box and it's on the mantle over the fireplace. I want to see it every time I sit down to watch TV.
But I'm the one who found it. You walked right past it.
You'll get it eventually. But now I want to see it every day.
Did you find anything else?
Well, you know, your mother saved everything, even your baby blanket, the blue and white blanket from the hospital, you know?
I don't remember that.
Well, you were just born. I've never forgotten that day, the day that I became a father, the day that I had avoided for far too long.
Wow, that's new. You didn't want to have kids?
It wasn't that I didn't want it. It was that I didn't think I should have kids.
I can't believe you thought that.
I just didn't think I could be a good parent. I had a terrible temper. And the only example I had of parenting was my mom and dad. I was afraid I would be like them. I didn't want to be like them.
I'm glad you changed your mind.
Me too. From the first day in the hospital room, I knew my life was changing for the better. Your mom was asleep and you began to squirm in the crib. And I picked you up and held on to you as I sat up in that hospital chair. And you slept the entire night in my arms.
I wish I had that memory.
And the nurse came in early in the morning and the room was still a little dark and she didn't see me holding you. She went over to the crib and almost freaked out until I told her that I had you. She seemed very surprised that you had slept with me holding you, but for me, it was the most natural thing I had ever felt. I knew then I didn't have to be afraid of being a father.
Maybe I've never said it before, but you have been a wonderful father. I want you to know how much I've appreciated everything you have done for me.
I'm sure I screwed up along the way.
Nobody's perfect. But like you said, you didn't have the best of role models. But my experiences were different from yours. If I'm ever lucky enough to have kids, my life is going to be easier because of you.
I hope so. Most important job a parent has is to make sure their kid's life is better than their own.
Congratulations. Mission accomplished.
Good to hear. Are you sure about this?
I've never been more sure in my life.
There's still time.
Dad, it's time to let me go.
I can't do that.
You can. And you know, whatever happens after we walk through those doors doesn't change who we are. I will always be your daughter.
I know. If I ever told you how beautiful you look.
I see it in your eyes.
There's pride there too. I have to accept that this is really happening.
Well, I didn't get all dressed up like this for nothing.
Man, I guess we better start the journey.
Dad, it's okay. We can wait for the music. I don't mind being a 19-year-old on a beach collecting abalone shells for a few more minutes.
Great.
Looks like we may have touched Margaret there.
Yeah. You got to me.
Person.
I'm crying again.
Lights up on Jake and Zachary standing beside their lockers and getting dressed after gym class. Sounds of lockers slamming and boys talking.
Whew, man, did you see that new girl, Brittany, at the game last night? She was rocking that cheerleader uniform.
Yeah, I saw her. She's been talking to me,
Really? What about?
about the upcoming school play. She's in it,
Oh, yeah. What part is she playing?
She's the lead. Juliet to my Romeo.
Cool. I guess that makes you two a couple?
Or, well, we're not dating or anything, but
I understand, man. Just don't let her steal all the attention from the love of your life, Mr. Romeo.
what did you say?
I said, don't let her steal all the attention from the love of your life. Like in the play.
Are you saying I've got a thing for her?
Oh, no, man, that's not what I meant.
I can't believe you.
Zachary throws his shirt at Jake and storms out of the locker room, forgetting he has nothing on but a towel.
So what just happened?
Had enough of this.
Zachary, unaware that the gym towel is at that moment the only thing protecting his honor, steps into the busy hallway muttering to himself. As he looks up, Brittany, chatting with a friend, is heading his way. Zachary jolts back into reality and dashes into the nearest doorway, which unfortunately is the girl's locker room. Panicking, he rushes back outside, only to run headlong into his friend Jake, who is looking for him.
Zach, what's going on?
I had to.
Jake figures out what is going on and bursts out laughing. He walks his friend back to the boys' locker room.
You're a mess, man. Just put some clothes on.
Shut up. You're not making this any better.
I'm sorry, dude, but the boys' locker room was just as close. What were you thinking?
I don't know. I was just mad.
Jake puts his hands up in mock surrender while Zachary picks up his shirt from where he last threw it. Surprisingly, it's tied up in a knot and he struggles to untie it.
Seriously? A knot? How did this even happen?
Did you get in a fight with your shirt?
No, Jake. I just looked at it and bam, it's a tangled mess.
Oh, maybe it's haunted, bro.
Zachary struggles with his shirt and his anxiety.
Very funny, Jake. Man, this shirt is messed up.
Don't get your shirt in a knot, bro. Here, give it to me.
Zachary glares at him but hands it over. He puts on his pants while waiting for his shirt.
Go easy. You need that shirt for the game tonight.
So you can impress the girls.
Well, it's not like I'm trying to impress you, Jake.
Relax, dude. We can fix it. Just give me a second.
Jake quickly untangles his shirt and holds it up triumphantly.
See? Good as new.
Wow. You're a wizard, man. Thanks.
No problem. Now go impress those girls.
Girls? I guess I overreacted a bit. Sorry I got mad at you, bro.
Now you sound like a Hallmark card.
You're an idiot.
Oh, yeah. Laugh it up.
The scene ends with Jake and Zachary shoving each other and laughing.
Now we're going to move into conversations. Right? We did them all. No, wait a minute. We got a fifth one. Wait, no, we did that. Okay, so we're done.
I was gonna say I thought we were the last one, but
It's so much faster this time.
yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah.
That's funny.
What a great variety.
Yeah, I like the variety this time. Really good variety.
Our first one is Tasman's to work.
Yes.
That was hilarious.
Very funny.
Oh my God,
funny.
so
So well done.
Holy
Oh my
cow.
God.
Well done. I'm so sorry that Bob had to leave, but obviously he had a good reason. But they were both brilliant. And
That-
I was reading the narration, and there were moments I had to hold it in because nobody.
The last line was just, it was worth getting to that.
No, yeah, for sure.
And I was
agree.
saying from the start, when anybody would watch this or read the script, there is no way anyone would fathom that the ending would be that line. What kind of colleague is that? Oh my God. And it's the reason I wrote that was, oh, by the way, I had to actually change the title because the original title is The Lift to Work. So we say a lift to work, but obviously that doesn't work on the other side, across the pond. So I changed it to The Ride to Work, which makes more sense.
Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I thought, what would guilt feel like if you were supposed to do something for a colleague and it didn't work out? So I thought, okay, maybe this would happen, or maybe not, but let's try it. So yeah. There you go. And they did brilliantly. Kudos, Mark.
I thought lift
And to Bob.
in England was the elevator.
No. No, you are right. Absolutely right. But we also say, would you like a lift to work? Would you like me to give you a lift?
Okay.
But obviously that wouldn't make any sense across the pond. So I had to change it to The Ride to Work,
Okay.
which makes good sense. But yes, notice how many F-bombs Bob was saying he said enough for the year.
Well, he was very upset.
And notice that I didn't say any.
And you're very good, and you're a mama's because your mother wouldn't approve.
That's right.
I like how Mark said that he can read lips and then shows that he can read it by you Thursday and Tuesday.
Yeah,
Keep repeating it that way. To prove it. Good little.
Contrasting
That was very
characters
good,
was so
Mark.
good.
I said that.
Cold reading, too.
Yeah.
So well done.
And one of my favourite lines, there were several about the mother, but my mother totally disagrees with defenestration. Delicious.
That is always part of his life.
Believe me, we had a discussion about that.
Absolutely, no question.
We did.
And I consequently learned a new word.
When it was mentioned first, because Bob mentioned it, and I'd read it in a political article, and I thought, could we do something with this? And I thought, yeah, okay. Well, Gary's, he might as well just go all the way. I mean, if a colleague says that to me, my God, I wouldn't want to work with them. But yeah, it worked. It worked very well.
I like the disparity of the characters, like it's one thing to kind of have that premise, but the way that the characters are sort of like these, odds and ends kind of thing. Like, I don't know, it was just very great colors playing off each other.
Yeah, definitely.
Very good.
And I hope that it was funnier than expected, because it's just two work colleagues in a boring insurance company.
Oh, that was funny. I worked at an insurance company 15 and a half years. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
It worked, Tasman. It was great.
It worked very well.
Thanks
And
for
it was
watching.
great
and
fun to
thanks
play. Great fun
Yeah,
to play.
I bet, Mark. You were funny.
Good fun all around.
Well, if we'd like to move on, it's Finders Keepers, Elizabeth's piece.
Oh, lovely message in there. I mean, kudos to the actors. Lovely, but such a great message in there. Thank you, Elizabeth. It was really good, especially with Sally. Carol played Sally. Have I got that right?
Yes.
Yeah, Carol played Sally. So great character, and you kind of thinking right to the end: is she going to do the right thing? Is she going to own up? Is she going to take that envelope back?
Yeah.
And I like the last line, something about a new beginning. And I thought that was lovely.
Healing begins.
Oh, Carol, I always believed in you. It's beautifully written, Elizabeth. It's really lovely to.
Thank you. I
agree.
Man, I scored with some wonderful actors for this. I was so, you guys, you just brought, you brought it to life, and I really appreciate you guys.
Was there anything that inspired this story for you?
Well, some of my little experiences, big little experiences from working downtown.
Okay.
And I have a few stories and maybe a couple short pieces that illustrate that, and I really appreciated one of them being brought to life today. And I think, and then with me, it's always what's really I like the when the good, the bad. What are we going to do here? And sometimes when someone, I'm into the philosophy of it. Is like, do we always do the right thing? No, but can we do the right thing?
Right.
When the odds are not in our favor. And that's always been a big thing in my life, I think.
Was there anything in it's the Sally character, correct? The Carol, yeah. Was there anything in Sally's character before she finds the envelope that would make you think she would not return it? Because for me, it always seemed like she was very appreciative of what the church was doing for her. And it seems like no matter what kind of situation she was in, she was always going to do what was right. Because there were a lot of comments about, like, why are people throwing this stuff away? They could recycle it. So she already had this kind of mindset about doing the right thing. So, and the envelope has the church's address on it. Would she immediately do the right thing, or do you think she really needed to hear that conversation in order to do the right?
I think she was on the street for a while, and I'm sorry to interrupt, Elizabeth. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I just think there were times when she was kind of snippy, saying, "I don't want help. I don't need help." So I think it was, you could see that she may not have chosen to do that. She goes, "Oh my God, so much money." I don't know. You wonder, if you were Sally, would you have done that? That's a major score. She got a major score. Yeah.
Would she keep it? Will she keep it? Is she going to keep it for herself? And
But she knew where the money came from. And she knew.
yeah, she knew.
And
They
she
don't
said she
marry
doesn't
them.
like organized religion. I think there was a
Yeah.
line.
Yeah. And she was, I mean, she was hungry. Like she was asking for the cop or the Julie's character there for the books, like she's hungry for money. So I didn't think it was a foregone conclusion. I mean, I see the point, and you certainly could add more doubt there, but I felt like I could see her going either way.
Well, just because I guess my process is a little bit different. Would you think that maybe there should be something in the dialogue from Carol to indicate that she wouldn't do the right thing from the very beginning?
I don't know. I still have to say, if I was counting pennies with returning bottles, I would probably think this windfall, I'm going to keep it now. So I don't know. Maybe that's my
I could see her
character.
I could see her keeping it if she had no idea where it came from and what it was for.
The minute she said the line, I might destroy it, sorry, Elizabeth, but the line about I don't believe in organized religion or something like that, I felt like she might keep it, she might not, because it's not that she was appreciative of the church. She was appreciative of these people when they offered her church help, actual church help, like come in, we'll find you a place, blah, blah. She kept saying no to that. And so knowing that the money belonged to the church, she could still like go a different way. For me, in my head, she could go a different way until she heard it was about the kid. And then,
But isn't that like accepting church help? She knew where the money came from the church.
no, it's like taking money from those churches, taking money from other people, having the poor tithe their 10% or whatever. And for me, it would be like that. Like, oh yeah, I'm the poor people. I'm taking the money. Not me. No, I would give it back.
I hear you, sister.
She also has the line with me where not only is she taking the books back, but I gave her money and then she says, is there anything more for me? So she wasn't satisfied with just taking back the books and me giving her money. She was asking for more. So I think that's another place where you can see that there is a question about what she's going to do with it.
Yeah, I guess maybe I was a little too positive about her character. It always seemed like she had a solid moral ground. Yeah. Just me. Obviously.
I don't know. I mean, I can see where you would get that. I think you made a valid point about that. I just think for her, maybe she's more the type she will take advantage whatever falls into her lap. And she just hit like at least a few $1,000 score. What will she do with that? Because she's been out on the street, and then she's like, oh, thank God, now, not like she's going to go buy a house with it because it's not enough for that, but enough to eat on, certainly.
And another point, part of her morality is finders keepers.
Exactly.
Quite.
That's right.
Anyone can be tempted.
Anyone, exactly. No matter how great a moral code we have.
Okay.
It's out there all the time.
Sure. All right. I will
Well,
move.
thank you guys. Thank you for the feedback. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
It's a great show for the holiday season.
Yes.
It did feel a little. There was something kind of timeless and a little, well, Dickensian sounds like it's darker than it was, but it did feel a little like timeless in that Victorian kind of way. I don't know. Maybe it was the backgrounds. I don't know, but it was really nice. It was really lovely.
An old Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, and thank you, actors, and thank you, LA Play Reading. I really appreciate it.
And you said you have more stories, so bring them in.
Yes, I do have some, but I have to figure. I have a couple that that are short stories, and I will have to conceive them as maybe 10-minute plays or something like that, and about downtown.
Okay,
Okay, but thank you.
sure. So number 3 is Rex McGregor's Pushing Buttons.
Hilarious.
Yeah, that was very funny.
So
Yes, it was. Well done.
So
Well
funny.
done to
Oh my God.
the cast. That was Paul and Zev.
Yeah.
Did Zeb leave? Oh, there she is.
No, I don't think so.
I was off camera for a bit. It was hard not to laugh. There was quite a few restrained moments, and Rex had to tell me, "Don't corpse, don't do it, don't laugh on stage." And I was trying to stop you.
I loved Goretti's the emergency call person, the voice.
Oh yeah.
And I liked
calling from
I
Paris.
liked is it Doug? Doug, is it Doug? Have I got that right? Yes. Doug's response, "Don't tell me how to behave. Do your job. Do your one job." Nice setup. Nice setup.
I thought it was funny the fact that he was refusing to walk down the stairs because of his luggage. He ends up carrying his luggage, Zeb's luggage, and Zeb, and that image of you on his back was terrific.
Oh my goodness me. That would be so funny to see on stage.
Yeah.
The actor who has to actually, hopefully, someone who's easy to manage. That is the nicest possible way I can say it.
Like a drawing room comedy in an elevator, just like elevator room comedy, and just the balance of power kept shifting. And I just loved how you, well, I was going to say escalated, but being escalated.
There we go.
Wonderfully drawn, very wonderfully done, very clever.
Surprisingly able to relate to her in a lot of different ways. I'd gone in, I was hoping that I would be funny. I didn't know what I would, I figured it out. And then she said, "Well, there were 3 false alarms, fire alarms in the last week." And I said, "I've lived through that. And some people do get very irritated, but the rest of us, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, put on a rain jacket over your pajamas, shove your keys in there. Everything in your house can be replaced because you have to treat it like it's real." And the firefighters just calmly walking over with their axes on their shoulders, trying to figure out that's immediately, I got a very specific memory from that. And there were other moments. "You sneaky bastard, I take back everything." I'm just.
That was great.
Yeah. What was that remorse line, Rex?
How does remorse taste?
That's it. How does remorse taste? That was good.
And Rex, did Zeb's character pull those fire alarms or not?
No, she didn't. No, he totally imagined that. But it's not really explained in the play. But I always think she's a good person at heart.
Okay.
She's just having fun with Doug most of the time, and even at the end, when she blows the vape and pretends that there's a fire, she's just teasing Doug.
Yeah.
He's pushing him over the edge. He's already on edge.
Wait a second. That didn't click with me for whatever reason. I've only vaped once, and it was explained to me you just exhaled way too much of the smoke. And I was like, okay, why is my nose something? Because it's working. But no, I didn't realize she was quite literally blowing the smoke at the thing. I would have taken quite a bit more pleasure in that had I noticed. But maybe playing it straight worked. I feel like I didn't read the script thoroughly now. I'm sorry.
I think your performance was really good.
But it worked, yeah.
It was wonderful.
It was just the opposite that you needed. Yeah.
Well done.
I like the premise of an elevator. I think it's a great place to have a scene, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Because people are sort of forced to be together, maybe when they don't want to be, and
Yeah, there was a competition. I don't know if Stephen or some of the other writers might have seen calling for a play set in an elevator. And I figured a lot of people will do the elevator's stuck, they can't get out. So I wanted to do a twist on that. So the twist in this play is that the doors are wide open, they can walk away, except they each have a reason for not walking away.
Love that.
And have you written that?
Well, that's this play. The doors are open.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Yeah.
Very clever.
I think my father was ahead of his time. He had a lifelong running joke with himself in a full elevator, or even partially full. He just stared at other people until he got a reaction from anybody at all.
God, weird.
Looking to joke around. I mean, people just always are like, don't look,
Yeah.
don't look. And he was always looking.
That's so
always
funny.
looking. Let's start something. Let's joke around. I was dying when I was growing up, but later I used to enjoy watching.
Funny. That's funny.
I love your dad.
Yeah,
Oh, what a sweet
wonderful.
story. How
Great
funny.
character.
That's amazing.
So thank you, actors, for that performance. And Stephen, could you just make a note that Goretti did the stage directions as well as the intercom? Thank you.
Those are great.
Glad I got to be part of it.
That was so good.
Well done, well done.
I love that. Not only with the two people in the elevator, but that you don't always, when you have a setting that's in an elevator, you never get that third person, that voice. So that was fabulous that was added on. And then just the two in the elevator too. Just saying, dude. When you called him dude, that's one word, dude. That just put me over the edge. and the whole idea of falling off a building versus jumping off a building. That's great.
Okay.
It's called parkour. I just thought that was great. I was like, oh my God. It was hard not to laugh during that. I thought there's going to be someone in this group who does parkour and they're going to take it really personally, so I have to treat it really well.
Yeah, that and defenestration this time. So
Although,
I don't think I'd ever do parkour. I think I don't have the guts to do that.
Yeah, me either.
I don't have the balance.
I'd be afraid of landing wrong and breaking a bone.
Yeah.
I just couldn't do it, no. But hey, kudos to those who can.
So moving on to number 4 was Last Chance
I need
Kid.
to get off. My puppy just ate our chair.
Oh no.
Oh no. I hope he's okay.
We'll see you all next one.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye, Trisha. You
Bye.
were great. Thanks.
Thanks, you
Bye.
too.
So Last Chance Kid, did it come through okay for everybody?
Yeah,
Those were great.
I really like the device of adults playing teenagers, so good job, big fan.
That was so good.
It was very well done.
Dating just took me back to my teenage years.
Yeah.
I was the one who, what do you mean we're not dating?
The two adults playing teenagers, that was Don't Get Your Shirt in a Knot, wasn't it?
Oh, the wrong
That's
one.
the last one.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're doing Last Chance Kid.
Yeah, this
That
was
was father and daughter.
Yeah.
Michelle and Robert.
Yes.
No, this one was sad. I'll listen to everybody else's comments, but this made me sad.
It was very well acted. And
It was
really-
also very sweet, I
Yeah.
felt.
Yeah, it drew you in, and with all those
Yeah.
memories and that father-daughter relationship, so poignant, so beautifully laid out, and it was very sad at the end. And I really, but heartwarming,
It's a
and
happy
I really
ending.
enjoyed it.
But during rehearsal, we only rehearsed it once. We had time to rehearse it again, but after the first one, I was already crying. So I told we weren't going to go through it again just to keep it fresh. And I think they still did a fabulous job.
Absolutely,
Beautiful.
yeah,
Absolutely.
beautifully done.
It
And
it
Michelle
kind
was superb.
That's all right here.
it kind of felt like the perfect father-daughter conversation. Like I
It was
think
so natural.
yeah, I think every father would want to have that, like be able to express that the way it was expressed. It was really beautiful.
it was very
Point,
relatable.
Corey.
Yeah. Yeah.
for a daughter. You know, I think that going through that same scene through Stephen's eyes and Stephen's words, and then reliving it in many different ways, reliving it through Stephen's words. As I was telling him, it was beautifully drawn, like a poem, like a tone poem, but it was very real, very natural. And Robert and I had a chance just to read through it together, just Saturday night, and we felt the same way. We just read it once, and I think we were both crying. I think we were both just at us, and then we were like, we looked at each other, and it was like, that's it. We don't need to read this again. It's in our hearts. We connected.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was
well done, Stephen. Well done.
Stephen, do you have daughters?
I have a daughter and a son. My daughter is not married, but we did find an abalone shell in Cayucas.
You did?
Wow.
Oh.
I was going to ask you, Stephen, because I know that a lot of your writing is from your personal point of view. And I was going to ask you if this was something that actually happened, because this theme runs through a lot of your writing, which is really beautiful.
Yeah, there are pieces in there that I actually experienced, not since she's not married, I've never had that experience, but finding the shell, I still have it. And there was something else that came up. Oh, the thing about the what. Whenever I talk to Laura and I finish a sentence, she'll say what? And then I'll start saying it again, and then she will answer it before I finished it, knowing that she did hear me.
Oh.
She said, what anyway? So
Sounds like married couples do that shit too.
Yeah.
I'm laughing. Yeah.
That's deliberate.
And my dad used to actually say that a lot about me. Like when I'd come home, sometimes I'd go do my laundry because I had a horrific laundry room when I first left after I got married. And so I'd go back home. My father would always say, the shell came home. You came back. My baby came back. He'd always say that, no matter, he'd always say, I knew you'd finally come back. Just get a rise out of me or something. And I'm like, okay, Dad. Spend the evening or something and joke around.
And the other part of the story about holding the baby the first night the baby was born, that actually happened also.
Did it? Oh, wow. That was a great.
Went straight to the crib, couldn't find the baby. And
oh, wow.
I have her.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Oh, that's so beautiful. And the line there, I think, was about being afraid to be a father.
That's actually true also from me.
Wow.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I'd be a terrible father, so.
Oh, but you're not. You're a great.
You're not.
True. Yeah, true account.
Dad, come on.
I
So
agree with Corey that
beautiful
there's
and
so many
touching.
times that you want to have a conversation with a family member that's really open and heart to heart, and it doesn't really happen. So for you to write that in a scene, Stephen, you must have been a great dad. To have that heart to heart talk. Oh, it's so good.
Very touching and very well performed. The actors
Yes.
were
Yes.
fabulous, and the storyline was just beautiful.
I was just thinking these true accounts have a poignancy to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't they say often write what you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was an art dealer for a long time, and I used to tell that same thing to painters.
Mm-hmm.
Paint what you know. Don't if you've never stepped foot in Paris, don't paint Paris street scenes, you know.
Right.
If you know West Texas, paint that. You know that.
Mm.
And it always has a truth to it that
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, even in music, you have to find that heart of it that's from yourself to be able to convey the music. It has
Yeah.
to come from your heart. Yeah, that's good.
that too. Yes.
So true. It's like, I don't know, Susan, if you ever had that experience when you were being taught by, a master and they wanted you to play it like Heifetz, hear it in the Heifetz way exactly. And it's like, but I'm not, you can be inspired by a Heifetz recording or a Perlman recording, but you still have your own way or your own limitations, the way you can vibrate or, however it's going to come out, and the physical way of even playing,
Find your own voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And going back to art, what I really hated about studying art in college, particularly at the time that I was studying it, they always tried to force us into abstract art. They wanted us to do something abstract and something original and new. And I kept resisting it. I kept saying, you just don't do abstract. Abstract has to develop. You have to start with a foundation. And then as you grow and as you experience things, then maybe abstract art can come from there. But the ideal that you're just going to sit in class and do something abstract, to me, was ridiculous. If it was not part of what you were thinking about or part of what you experienced, it was to do it that way.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So number 5, don't get your shirt in a knot. It gave Mark another opportunity to take his shirt.
Oh, Mark, that was so impressive. I couldn't stop looking at your chest.
Oh my goodness. And
I actually
all I
wanted
kept-
Becky to take your shirt off because it came in cold. I wasn't
That's
expecting to actually
right.
do that, but I was like, oh, so he did. Okay, cool.
Mark
So he
is
must
a
have read the script ahead of
pro.
time then.
And all I could keep
Brilliant.
thinking was, I wish I could add a line where I said to the other boy, yeah, my dad went gray at like 14, so that's why I look this way.
You could have. I wouldn't have mind.
I almost ad-libbed the line saying when I threw the shirt back to you, it says, "Hey, look, it's better, and I changed the color."
Love it.
I usually don't mind if you guys improv stuff. I don't mind.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So you could have done that if you wanted to, yeah. But yeah.
And I think
Aw.
all the playwrights should write something for Mark to take his shirt off.
Yay.
Just objectify Mark.
Didn't he do that once before?
Baseball cap would have sold you as a teenager.
That was awesome. Yeah, that was awesome. You guys were great. Both the actors
Well done.
and
Well
did she
done,
leave
Corey.
the stage direction, Trisha? Yeah, she left.
She did.
Okay, she's great too. When she hears this recording, she's great too. Yeah, it was awesome. And it's the first time this was ever read, so I was like super nervous. And then made typo. We found out we were rehearsing, so I was like, I was like last minute trying to put it all back together and fix the typo. Like,
Just one typo?
it was the names were confused with each other. They were mixed up. So Zach's lines were mixed up with Jake's line. It was at the end. It wasn't that bad, but I just wanted to redo it so it's not so confusing for them reading it. But
Oh,
yeah.
but they're pros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was just kind of a little nervous, especially with the first day, but it all worked out fine. And thank you guys. It's awesome.
It did. It's well done.
Yeah, you guys did a great job. I felt bad for Todd. He was trying to. He sent me a message that AT&T I think was at his house upgrading his internet all day, and then he couldn't
Oh,
get
wow.
on.
Oh
Oh.
no! What a
So
shame.
he was really upset. He didn't know it was still happening and that someone took over. So I felt bad, but you guys did a wonderful job.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thanks, Taz.
I was
always
laughing along
was
with Corey.
Great playing opposite Corey, I'll tell you that. And
That's funny.
I was going to ask Maggie, what was your inspiration for writing this?
As I said at rehearsal, may or may not happen something that happens in real life. um, or at least what like I know about or heard about. I think. And then I was just like, I always like making stories where they're like struggle with anxiety or mental health of some kind, because he was struggling with anxiety, Jake was, and kind of showing that like in more real life situations, because anxiety makes you do things that are weird, come off as being kind of weird or strange, and a lot of people don't understand that's actually from anxiety. Kind of what I was showing off there, because Zachary didn't understand why he was mad at him. It was because his anxiety. He wasn't mad at him, but it was just his anxiety attack. And yeah, yeah. And that and so it's also showing that you could get out. There's also hope that you could get out of it, because they made a little joke, everything's gonna be better after that. Anxiety attacks come, and then everything will be better afterwards, because there is hope at the end of the tunnel. So
I think stumbling into the girls' locker room with no clothes on would increase that anxiety.
yeah,
That'd be a nightmare
definitely.
for years.
But he wasn't thinking straight because he had a panic attack. So instead of going to boys, he went to girls. Like, yeah, I also like making things that are like serious topics but have humor in it too. So
Yeah, absolutely.
And I enjoyed. I've always enjoyed your scripts, so I was thrilled that I got to finally be in one. But and of course I lucked out with Mark. I was very sorry Todd couldn't make it, but I was like, oh, Mark's gonna get there, yes. So yeah, it was fun. It was very fun. I love the light touch of it. Like it was just it let the boys kind of banter without losing the like message, but not
Yeah.
like sacrificing like no, it's a PBS special or whatever. Like it I like the heart of it without compromising the tone and the voice of the characters. So it was fun. It
I like
seems
the
simpler than it really is, I think.
sure. I like the comment at the end. I think it was the Hallmark card. You sound
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
exactly.
Because
Yep.
I was struggling with that, because guys aren't going to apologize the way girls do. So it's like struggling with how they would like come to amends at the end. And it was just
that's
like,
quite
oh, okay, well,
interesting.
he pours out his feelings, and the other guy is just like, we sound like a Hallmark card, dude. So I just figured that's probably what guys sound
Dude,
like when they're in locker room. So yeah, it's just like,
that was a good line.
yeah.
Yeah,
And yeah, it took me a little bit of research on how to exactly sound like a guy, because I'm obviously not a guy. I studied my brothers how they talk together, so
well. Good research.
yeah. It's just like, yeah. And I'm glad it went well. I was kind of nervous about this.
Yeah, it went well. Yeah, well done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Especially
So-
not coming in last minute. Yeah.
So, Robert, how is December lining up?
Yeah, well, I've been busy, but I've got enough people who responded favorably, and I just have been putting off assigning the roles because I was in a play that I was playing 5 different characters in, and it was a little bit demanding. So we're done with that now, and so I'll be sending individual messages to ask people if they will please play this role for me, and we should have things done by first week of December. We'll have it all nailed down.
Okay. And would you prefer it just coming in as like a cold reading, no rehearsal, just let's do it?
Well, it's kind of obvious. I'll give a few suggestions in my individual correspondence, but I didn't think getting everybody together and for doing a rehearsal with everybody was such a good idea, because it's a whole play and we need the time in the Zoom call to just do the thing and record it.
Okay.
But I will be taking questions from the actors if they have anything or suggestions or anything like that, or do you want me to wear antlers as a reindeer? And yes, of course, please get your antlers on, and so forth, and Stephen can send me a snapshot of the Krampus costume and all kinds of stuff. We'll take care of it in the ensuing weeks.
The Krampus costume, I'm
Hi, Zev.
secret.
Is a secret.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, bye. Happy Thanksgiving as well, Susan. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Hi, Susan.
Oh, are we done? We're done early. Everything went smoothly.
It was lovely.
Great.
Fun.
Yeah, so I guess we will see everyone in January. Happy holidays, everyone. Stay safe.
No.
December, right? He's doing the play.
Where'd you go? There, December 26th? No, 24th, 23rd.
22nd, I thought.
22nd.
Yeah, December 22nd, we're going to do a holiday special.
Woohoo!
Please tune in.
Are you going to join us, Tasman?
The holidays, it's a little bit tricky. I mean, usually December's a bit tricky for me anyway. Past December's I haven't been able to attend. So please do enjoy yourselves. It sounds great. And I will see you all in January. So happy holidays. Stay
You
safe.
too, Carol.
Lovely to see you as always. Bye.
Happy
Thank you,
holidays.
Stephen.
Bye, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Thanks.
Bye, everybody.
Holidays, Happy
Thank you
New
so
Year.
much. It's great.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Thank you, Stephen.